My name is Beau Cattoor, and I'm here interviewing my mom. I'm gonna ask her a few questions on how it was growing up when she did. So, can you tell me your full name and where you were born?
My full name is Laurie Lee Wetzel Cattoor. I was born January 21st, 1968.
Where did you spend most of your childhood growing up?
Well, I grew up in Livermore, Kentucky, which is just about 20 miles south of here, and we grew up out in the country in a farmhouse.
What were some of the things that you liked to do growing up for fun?
Well, since we lived in the country, we had a couple horses, and we always had animals around. So we would get the horses and saddle them up, and even I can remember as young as like second grade, we would saddle up the horses and just ride all over the countryside pretty much, through all of our neighbors' fields and stuff like that. So we were pretty much outside all the time.
What were the names of your parents and any siblings growing up?
My parents were Ralph and Nancy Wetzel, and then I had an older brother. He was 10 years older than me. His name's Greg, and then Cheryl, Tanya, Barbie, and then I was the youngest.
What kind of sports did you play growing up?
We played softball. We had just regular leagues in our town, and we played. It was pretty much easy going, slow pitch softball.
What was one of your favorite things to do as a child?
When we weren't outside and when we started to get older, we listened to a lot of music. Back then it was on the radio, and we had like records that were singles. Just had like one song on one side, and you flipped it over and it had another song on the other side. And we used to carry our collection of records, singles, to each other's houses to listen on the record players, and we did that all the time. Or we would like tape music off of the radio and replay it and stuff. So yeah.
How is music different from back then till now?
Really, I mean, music isn't a lot different. It still tells stories, of things that it does now, same as it did then. It was just a lot more simple then, I guess. There wasn't a lot of the stuff that's allowed now that would have been unheard of back then. Some of the things that you hear on the radio you would have never heard back then. It would have been like banned. But anyway, I mean, for the most part, they were all good songs.
When you were growing up, coming out of high school, what did you decide to do going through with a career?
Well, I didn't go into the career that I wanted right away. I went through a couple careers before I found truly did what I wanted to do in the first place. It was radiology. So now I am a x-ray tech, and I do mammography and also CAT scans. It was a good choice.